Good Wednesday morning, everybody. It is chilly out there, and let's dive into the Wednesday morning show sponsored by HB Neal Construction. Looking over at the satellite and radar, we're starting to see the clouds moving in from the west. This is going to continue all day long today, and then eventually we start getting rain later this evening, mainly overnight tonight, getting into Thursday morning. This is thanks to our sponsor of Switch Electric to show us what's going on the satellite and radar as of right now. Here we are. The current temperatures across the United States look far to the north, 12, 18, 20 degrees. Yellowstone at 6 degrees, Denver, Colorado at 27. You start getting into the state of Texas. It's still chilly over there in Amarillo at 32, 39 in Dallas, and here locally, our far northern counties are into the low 30s. Burkeville's currently at 29 degrees. Always finds a way to get nice and chilly over there. But along the Interstate 10 corridor, Houston at 46, Beaumont at 37, Lake Charles 35, Lafayette at 34. Port Arthur is currently at negative 90 degrees. Wow, yeah, so everybody needs to check on their folks over there in Port Arthur. Negative 90, yeah, that's definitely a mishap there. Could you imagine negative 90 degrees? It is currently probably into the low 40s over there in Port Arthur. There definitely is not a winter storm going on over there in Port Arthur. Negative 90, my goodness. Construction and outdoor forecast for today, it really is just going to be clouds moving in from the west. No rain at all until really later on this evening, mainly overnight tonight. We do top out into the low to mid 60s this afternoon, but other than that, just some clouds moving into the region. Outdoor and construction forecast sponsored by Modern Concrete Material looks pretty good. It's tomorrow and Friday. It's going to be an issue. And this brings us to our upper level flow chart sponsored by Neutron Electrical Services. See, once again, another Gulf low is going to be forming today. That's going to be passing our region mainly Thursday into early Friday and eventually getting into Friday as we start getting later into this week. But this is going to bring us rounds of rain starting tonight, off and on all day on Thursday in the first half of Friday as well, too. And even this weekend, starting on Saturday, we've got another cold front or another system moving into our region. So that means another round of rain is in the forecast once we get into Saturday. You got some cool air moving in or some chilly air moving in with the rain as well, too. Going to be a pretty chilly day coming up on Saturday. So here we are at the rainfall outlook, 10% coverage this evening, 90% coverage mainly overnight tonight, Thursday, off and on all day. We're going to be dealing with the rain. On Friday, you have that 40% coverage mainly in the morning time. By the afternoon and evening, everything starts shifting further to the east, and then another round of rain coming in on Saturday with 70% coverage, and then eventually we start drying out Sunday and Monday and Tuesday of next week. High pressure starts moving back into the region. Let's look at the futurecast for today and tomorrow, really just seeing the clouds kind of picking up throughout the day. Rain moves into the region tonight, and watch how active it's going to be overnight tonight. And as we get into the first half of Thursday, really just rounds of showers moving into the region. This is going to be moderate to heavy rainfall at times. You can see this just lasts pretty much on and off all day on Thursday, and even as we get into Thursday night, kind of dies down a little bit, but we still have more rain coming in from the west. Here we are as we get into early Friday morning. Another round moves into the region. Really, the heaviest is going to be along the coast and close to the I-10 corridor, and then by Friday afternoon, Friday evening, everything starts finally moving off to the east. Really shaping up for a pretty nice Friday evening for Friday night football. What is this, week 4? We're getting into the playoffs, so that should be pretty fine for playoff football, but it all just kind of depends of how wet are the fields. Here are the rainfall totals that we're going to be seeing really across the region. 1 to 2 inches seems pretty likely. And we actually might see some isolated areas that could get close to 3 to 4 inches. And in fact, it really seems like the bullseye is really right across southeast Texas, especially southwest Louisiana. Now, this model data could be a little bit overdone, showing 3 to 4.5 inches, but we're not going to really truly rule that out just yet because multiple rounds of moderate to heavy rainfall looks to really be setting up for southwest Louisiana Thursday into the first half of Friday. So something we will be monitoring. But right now, 1 to 2 inches of rain does seem pretty likely across our region, thanks to our sponsor of Do Good Credit Union. Here's our temperatures the next 5 to 7 days, sponsored by Dana Simmons Real Estate Team. We're at 65 today. We drop off into the 50s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Again, 70% coverage on Saturday, temperatures in the 50s. Warm up a little bit on Sunday, getting into the upper 60s, but we're back down into the low to mid 60s as we get into early next week. High temperatures today and conditions, really just clouds moving in from the west. Going to be a cloudy day this afternoon. Temperatures topping off into the low to mid 60s. Overnight tonight, still going to be somewhat of a chilly night, but just not as cold as it was last night. Biggest thing is it's going to be a wet night shaping up for our region. Low temperatures overnight tonight will mainly be into the 50s. Far toward the north will be into the low 40s, and the down towards the coast will be into the low 60s. Here we are the next 5 to 7 days. Outlook for southeast Texas. Rain is in the forecast, no doubt about it. Tonight, on and off throughout the day on Thursday, first half of Friday, and then another round moves in on Saturday. Temperatures in the mid 50s. We start drying out once we get into Sunday and into early next week. Here we are for Southwest Louisiana. We've got rain Thursday, first half of Friday, and off and on all day on Saturday. 1 to 2 inches of rain seems pretty likely, and could have some isolated areas that get a little bit higher totals than that. And then we start finally drying out once we get into Sunday and into early next week. Temperatures mainly into the 60s. This will be a wonderful time to download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions apps on the Google Play Store. It's on the App Store as well too. You get all your notifications no matter where you are. If you're traveling to Colorado, you get all the updates. You're traveling for the football games this Friday, you get all the alerts of what's going on, what time the rain's moving in, what time it will stop, if there's any lightning nearby, what the current temperatures are now, what the temperatures are this weekend. You get all the cool weather info that you need. And guess what? It's free. You just need to go download it and have a fun time with the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. Thanks for tuning in to the Wednesday morning show. Rain moves in tonight. Going to be a rainy day Thursday and first half of Friday. 1 to 2 inches seems pretty likely. Could see some slightly higher totals in some isolated areas. Thanks again for tuning in. Our next update will be later on this evening with Lucas Boswick. But other than that, I will see y'all on Thursday morning.